Hi, everybody. It's Dr. Laura with Connecting the Dots Truth Bombs. This is our Power 5 Minutes where we're going to bring some truth to you. We're following a developmental journey. And today I want to talk to you about why it's important to understand the impact of what kind of birth your baby actually goes through. And there's never any judgment. We all have to do what we have to do. 38 years ago, I had a C-section. It certainly wasn't at the top of my list, but I didn't know what I know today. And this is my opportunity to share that information, and maybe there could be a different outcome. You may see outcomes immediately, and you may see outcomes way down the road. But if we understand what we're looking at, we can make better decisions. So what a baby is supposed to do is around 7.5 months, the baby's actually going to turn down into the birth canal. And the reason that the baby does this is because it's literally going to shape the head. So you can see there's all kinds of suture lines that go around the baby cranium, but also appreciate all of those are inside as well. And what happens is the baby's head is an average of 15 centimeters, and it's literally going to squash down to about 10. And that's the magic number that allows that baby to pass. I refer to this as the big squeeze on the brain because there's many things happening neurological at that time. Now, in addition, it's also about what the baby gets exposed to as the baby's going through the birth canal. And so those are two big elements that I really want to bring you some truth today. So when a baby goes through the birth canal, it gets exposed to bacteria. This is the baby's initial way to begin to build their own immune system. And so when we look at the blueprint of a child, and if C-section is on that list, it's important for us to connect a dot and see, does that have anything to do with any type of immune issue, neuroimmune issue, or gut issue? Now, let's just make sure we understand what that word neuroimmune means. Neuroimmune means that when there's a neurological development going on, like building the brain inside the womb during pregnancy, it matters that whatever that immune system is getting exposed to from mom, that it is prepared as the baby comes into this world. If you're a C-section baby, unfortunately, that does not happen. Now, the other part of it is there's a lot more awareness going on about this. And there are literally doctors and midwives and things of that nature that are paying attention. What can we do to stimulate that baby's immune system by getting that baby into contact with mom's microflora so that the baby can then be exposed to it? So that's a very important element. Now, if the birth is interrupted, not only by C-section, but wonder if there's instruments used. So here's another truth. I have taken care of many children that are the result of a forceps delivery. And imagine if a skull is that pliable that it can literally squash down to 10 centimeters. What do we think forceps might do? Or a vacuum extraction? I want you to pay attention to these things because they do show up in the histories of children, and they play a huge part in the development of that child. It is my truth that every child that has any kind of interruption to the birth process, that they would be referred to somebody like me who works on the development. If we have an opportunity to work with that child immediately, we can even teach the mom how to work with that cranial system. This is what's covering the brain. It's very important to make sure that we have the right movement. The way the baby skull actually grows, you have those two fontanelles, opening spots. And so it's not going to just close. It literally grows around. And so children that maybe have a misshape to their head, I'm going to really encourage you to look for somebody that does cranial work versus putting a helmet on their head. The helmets literally look for the two broadest parts and begin to bring them back into the global arrangement of the skull. And that's not really the direction you want to go. Those are the parts that are probably in the right position, and it's the other ones that actually need the attention. So the truth today is it matters how your baby is born. Look into these things. If you're pregnant and you're going to have your baby in a hospital setting, I'm going to really encourage you to have a birth plan. I'm going to encourage you to also talk to a midwife or a doula and see if they can come into that delivery room with you. The time to look at this is before there is an emergency. Now, again, no judgment. Things do happen, and God bless that we have skills and tools to help us through those situations. However, the time to plan is before you get to that point. I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but this is the truth that I'm going to leave you with, is that pregnancy is actually in the Diagnostic Statistical Manual as a disease. I don't know about all the other women out there, but I can tell you right now, conceiving a baby and having a baby is not a disease. Be blessed.